Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You already know it's Antonio checking in. Today I want to switch it up a tad bit. I just want to talk about how I manifest money in a timely manner, but in somewhat of a super fast manner. And it all depends on your alignment. Now, I developed a personal formula, and I think that's why it works for me. I can't really say if it worked for nobody else because I haven't told nobody else to do it and I heard them get results. But what I do is pretty much what most people do, I guess, when they want to manifest money. Or I can't say what most people do, but it's along the lines of what everybody else do as far as like visualizing, meditating. But for me, I've done this and it has helped me just realizing that, wow, you really can use your imagination, your visualizations to get whatever. And like I said, when I've done it, the only thing that I failed at is that I wasn't consistent when I was doing it, because it was like an old programming that was pulling me back. It's like how I said on my videos, you know how you'll do something, you get results, and then you'll go back to your old way of thinking, your old doing, your old actions, your old habits. And that's when you realize, like, man, this is deeper than what I think. So my basic formula for me manifesting money is I listen to a theta meditation. Now, the theta meditation that I listened to, I was skeptical about putting it in my description so you guys can check it out, because it's on you. I don't want you to think I'm trying to, if I'm gonna promote something else, I'm gonna tell you like, hey, this is my art channel in the description, yada, 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 this such and such in the description, whatever. But I was skeptical about putting this meditation out because I don't know. You know how you skeptical sometimes about something, you don't like, hey man, I don't want nobody coming back to me saying, hey, this hurt me, this didn't help me, but whatever. The specific theta meditation that I use, I found it on the YouTube channel. And the one that I found, it was centered around Jupiter's frequency. And if you know, Jupiter is the planet. Energetically, Jupiter represents fortune, success, abundance, all of that in one. And you already know that theta meditation puts you in this induced state, this trance-like state where you can almost be asleep but consciously still awake. So y'all check that out. Like I said, I'll put it in the description, whatever. So I meditate to this particular theta Jupiter's frequency meditation. And as I'm meditating, like, I let the visuals come to me. And I got this one visual that I do over and over. And when I consistently do it, it works in the most mysterious ways. So that visual is, I'm just counting $100 bills. I start off visually 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. That's $1,000. Every time I get to 1,000, I'll start over. And then also, as I'm doing that, like throughout my meditations, I visually see the $100. I feel it. I see Benjamin Franklin right there. I see the blue, because you know that money blue now. You know, I smell it. You know, money got a distinct smell. I feel the paper. You know, I'm getting real, like, acquainted with the money. Even when I get money now, like, I smell it just to reignite those senses, because your five senses, that's really what's going to help you manifest. You know, you got to be able to see it, smell it, you know, hear what that paper sound like. I don't know if you want to taste the money, but hey, if you want to taste it, you can taste it, you know, feel it. So basically, you're using your senses to create this scene. And when it comes to manifesting and visualizing, I honestly recommend, if you like beginner, confused, I actually recommend you starting with one scene, one thing to visualize, one thing to manifest, get acquainted with your senses, with your visuals, and just work on that one thing. You don't want to bombard yourself if you're new to this. You don't. It can get confusing because you'll manifest that one thing and then you'll just like, oh, let me do this, let me do that. You'll get overly excited, which is totally fine. But after I do all that in my visual, mainly I just feel the money and I smell it, because money got a distinct smell. Like, I can really smell this money when I'm meditating like that. And I'm just counting, and I picture myself in a certain spot in my house. It can be, for you, it can be anywhere. You could be counting the money in your car. It could be a family member counting the money out to you, the bank teller counting the money out to you. The scene is up to you. But for me, I use my house because I know the layout of my house. So it's easy for me to be in the visual and visualize me in a part of my house counting out money. And when I count out the money, I just push it over in like a big moving box. You see what I'm saying? So it's like I'm sitting at the table and I'm counting hundreds. And every time I get to 1,000, I put the 1,000 into like a big moving box, and I start a new 1,000. Put that 1,000 into a box. So throughout that meditation, I probably end up counting 20, 30, 40, 50,000 mentally. Sometimes I done counted 1 million. I'm not gonna lie. But the more I noticed that I did that and do it, just little money ideas come. Sometimes one time the actual $1,000 came. And one time when I first did it, like I said in one of my videos, I got $500 from Uber. Just, they randomly chose me for customer appreciation and gave me $500. And like I said, the next time, the $1,000 came from my mom. She just randomly gave me $1,000. I was like, whoa, okay. And by that time, I was already sold. I was like, I can use my imagination to visualize and keep counting money. And you guys would have thought that I would have kept visualizing and counting money. But like I said earlier in this video, it's like you'll accomplish something, you do something, and then instead of maximizing what you already know works, you try to do something else. So I'm like, oh man, I just visualized and counted this money and it came. Okay, let me jump on to something else. Like, nah, and what I should have kept doing was visualizing more income, more income, more income. So that's honestly where I'm at right now. And every time I do that consistently, the more I do it throughout the day and go into these deeper states, if we was to put it on a time frame, it does happen a little faster than if I was to just meditate one time a day. Because both of those times that I received that unexpected money from that, and it's crazy because both monies came from the same meditation that's in the link in the description. And they came like 5-6 years apart. So one time, the first time I did that was like when I was getting introduced to it. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. Second time I was like, oh okay, that's dope. Now I'm like, yo, I need to stick to that. That's my personal formula. Listen to the theta meditation, visualize, get that visual. Don't try to see it with your eyes. Learn how to see it like internally. And it's so weird saying that, but you got to learn how to do that. So both times, like I mentioned, when I did receive the money, the first time I used to meditate, I was meditating like 45 minutes to an hour straight. Just 45 hours straight of just counting straight money. Like, I start off meditating, like will come in my thoughts, and then the visual will pop in. So it's not like I just meditate and then just go straight to the visual. I meditate and then the visual will come in. And the second time happened, I wasn't necessarily meditating for like 45 or an hour straight, but I was meditating more throughout the day. So it probably equated up to a couple hours or an hour or two out my day. I would do 10 minutes here, 20 minutes there, You feel me? 15 minutes here, 5 minutes there. And that consistent meditation, it will give you an alignment. And that alignment will, man, like I said, we talking time. Even though we know time is not real, we talking time, it will speed it up. So the more you meditate and visualize from a detached state of mind, it will speed it up. If you don't worry about how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, man, just go on about your day, let that visual go. After you're done visualizing, let it go. Now, throughout the day, if it pop up in your head, elaborate on it. But like I said, for me, I notice on a time scale, the longer I've meditated, the speedier the results. Just saw my dream car ride by. But I think that'll work. Like I said, I'm going to put the description, I'm going to put the meditation that I use in the description. Like the meditation that I use from this YouTube channel, I actually went and purchased their app because I would be meditating to their YouTube videos and then an ad will pop up, and I don't like that. So I actually purchased the app just so I can get that particular meditation, because once I'm sold, I'm sold. And that formula for me, like that theta meditation and that visualization, so whatever it is, like try to create a movie scene in your head when it comes to your visualization and get that scene as crystal clear as you can. It don't have to be super detailed, but get it detailed as possible. I'm telling y'all, if y'all sit there and count that money, because we all know that money is an energy. Money is just spiritual. Money at its, if you just break down everything in this world, is energy. So money is energy. Don't let these folks tell y'all money is the root of all evil, because sometimes people equate being in poverty and being poor as closer to God or closer to the universe. Don't let that fool y'all. That's ignorance at its finest. Ain't no way you finna tell me just because you poor that you closer to God than somebody who living abundant and living in their purpose. If anything, I would equate being poor low vibration. Poverty, low vibration. I would equate being abundant, having success, money, and a good relationship, healthy life. That would seem more closer to prosperity, more closer to God-like, more closer to the divine than struggling. Don't that make sense to y'all? So sometimes maybe we just need to change our thought process when it comes to this money. Because money ain't no different than trying to manifest a bottle of water. I'm pretty sure if y'all go meditate and visualize a bottle of water, somebody gonna give you a bottle of water. Just like Neville Goddard, he had the ladder technique. He told people to go home and visualize before you go to sleep, climbing a ladder, and when you wake, forget about it. And if you do this long enough and right, if you do it long enough and right, you're going to end up climbing that ladder in your real waking life, because it's all about the internal world. This outside physical world is just a reflection of us internally. And also, before I go to sleep, I also meant to mention, I listen to a lot of subliminals. And that same visual that I do during my meditation, I do it before I go to sleep. And while I'm dozing off to sleep, I count that money over again with the same scene. I count it over and over again, because you want to impress your subconscious. So y'all give it a shot. When you wake up in the morning, have some time to meditate. You got to have time to meditate and visualize. I'm telling you, visualize yourself counting some money. It can be just $100. You can start counting with 20s, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, and visualize that $20. And just keep counting that $100 and watch. Throughout the day, whenever you get some extra time, go into a quick little meditation, 5-10 minutes. It don't take much. Hell, you can even do it 1 minute. You feel me? Find time throughout the day where you can really take time out and meditate, because the more you're able to do this, if we using time, the quicker you will become aligned and the quicker you will impress your subconscious. And right before you go to sleep, Like, have a set time to meditate. Maybe now this, before you go to sleep, I would recommend a longer meditation, 15, 20 minutes. The morning meditation and night meditation, I honestly recommend 10, 15, 20 minutes. Now, when you in between throughout the day, I recommend a little 5 minute here, 10 minute there. Maybe even 3 minutes, whatever floats your boat. And then when you're actually laying down, that's when you just, as you dozing off, just visualize yourself counting the money. Even if you fall asleep in the midst of you counting the money and you wake up and be like, man, I forgot I supposed to been counting. It's all good. Just long as you going to sleep counting that money, you good. And I'm telling you guys, you do that long enough and consistently enough. I'm not going to say the amount, because you can be counting thousands and thousands of dollars and you might manifest hundreds. But the moral of the story is you're going to manifest the money. I'm telling you, it's fun. And like I said, I'm on a path where I'm doing this consistently. And I got a monetary goal that I got in mind that I want to tell you guys when I get there. And I was going to wait to give you guys this formula, but I figured, I was like, hey, let me go. I already got the experience with this formula, but I want to tell you guys about a certain number. I'm not going to say the number, but when I get that number, I'm gonna come back. I'll be contemplating like, hey man, if I get that number, would I actually want to make a video about that? I don't know. But do that. Meditate. Listen to that theta meditate. The theta is the key. That theta is gonna help you transcend. It's gonna put you in that trance-like state. And when you in that trance-like state, you can deposit visuals into your subconscious. You can feed it. And if you feed it this same visual, this one movie scene, over and over into your subconscious does not know what's real or fake. It don't have no ideology, no concept of time. So all it knows is, oh, okay, this is what we doing? Boom, money. It's almost like hitting a pinata. After you hit that pinata so many times, that candy gonna come out. You deposit these visuals into your subconscious, it's gonna come out into your reality, man. It's a fact. I've done it. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not speaking from no book. I mean, yeah, I read it in the book, but then this particular formula that I got, it came from experience. That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all got to get out here and do the work, because you will probably develop your own formula that'll work for you. This just worked for me. Listening to theta meditations, visualizing, the dream car just rolled past again, visualizing throughout the day, meditate right before sleep, and then as I'm going to sleep, I'm listening to my subliminals and I'm visualizing. You can't help but win after that. So that's all I want to say. I hope y'all understood where I was coming from, but if y'all don't get nothing else, meditate to those theta brain waves. And as you meditate into those theta brain waves, deposit visuals. And if you can't deposit, if it's hard for you to visualize, it's because you're just not used to meditating. Your attention all over the place. It's okay, but you got to keep going. Keep going. I'm telling y'all, do y'all research. If y'all don't fact check me, go dream car just passed again. Oh man, I can't make this up, man. Fact check me, man. Go do your research on Google, theta meditations and manifestations, and see what come up. Y'all be good. Y'all be great. Peace out, man.